It was definitely a disappointing end to the season for us. We are no longer in the playoffs. Playoffs! Now, wild card round, we took care of the New England Patriots. The Lions took care of the Minnesota Vikings. Then you got the Bengals. They will beat those Miami Dolphins 19-6. The Panthers, they will go on and beat the Philadelphia Eagles 34-13. Divisional rounds when our season went haywire. Okay, the Titans took care of us. Then you got the Niners over the Panthers, Chargers over the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Lions will travel to Washington and beat the Skins. And now, conference championship game, Chargers, Titans, 49ers versus the Lions. And it's going to be the Titans moving on past the Chargers and the 49ers beating Peyton Manning and the Detroit Lions to head to the Super Bowl, where the Titans get the job done. So Big Ben Roethlisberger gets that ring, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Byron Leftwich, the reason why he was no longer with us, he couldn't stay healthy. In the Super Bowl, he goes down. He was 3 or 4 at the time he went down. His backup comes in, and Tyson, 2 picks, just 1 interception. So not the best day for the Niner fans out there. When it comes to our spreadsheet, we made some decent money. We got some assets. We got about $251 million in the bank. It probably could be a little bit more, but you know, hey, it is what it is. When it comes to retirees, Walter Jones retires as a Niner. Keith Bullock, he is done. Matt Hasselbeck, he is done as well at 94 overall. Big Todd, punter, he's done. Peyton Manning, he's done. He retires the Detroit Lion, ends up losing in the Super Bowl, threw for 3,099 yards, 25 touchdowns, 13 interceptions for his final year in the NFL. Joey Porter of the Baltimore Ravens has called it a career. Mike Peterson, one-time Jaguar, he is done as well. Big Runyon, going to call it a career at 91 overall. Big John, he's done. Chris used to play for us as well, retires as a Chicago Bear. Adelius Thomas, he finishes with Washington. Champ Bailey, I believe Boss Bailey was a Lion. He's a Lion as well. McNabb, he is a Dunzo. That's what he is, but he finishes with those Buccaneers. Jeremiah Trotter with the Chiefs. That's almost blasphemy. Then Jason Taylor as a Patriot. That's kind of blasphemous as well. So no more McNabb, no more Bolger, no more Dante Culpepper, no more David Garrard as well. He started off on our roster, but we never really utilized him. LaDainian Tomlinson, he's done as a Buck as well. And so is Justin Fargas, my favorite preseason player of all time with the Oakland Raiders. He's going to call it a career. This is the managed roster screen. These are the guys that I think the CPU is like, maybe it's time to move away from these guys. Maybe it's not the time to give these guys a big contract. If you notice, all these guys are creeping up at the age of 30 or are past the age of 30, and they're like, they need to go. I saw Prescott on that. Prescott is one of my best draft picks of all time. He ain't going nowhere. I'm going to just let you know. Restricted free agents, we only have one that I'm going to bring back, and that's Big Hales. Dusty, why don't you come on back on a 1-year deal, $2.1 million. No team else, no other team wanted you. So next year, we're probably going to sign you to a long-term deal. Jackson, he's done. Lincoln, Mills, Jones, who is our third down back, he's done. And Holland, he is done as well as a Jaguar. Prescott, why don't you come on back? I'm going to throw all the money at you that I can. It was painless. He's back. Larry Fitzgerald, I don't know, brother. We can only re-sign 3 guys. Hayward, a down year. He missed a significant amount of time, but he still had 8 sacks. He is 34 years of age, but still 98 overall. I'm like, why don't you come on back and be a Jaguar? And now it comes down to Sims and Larry Fitzgerald. And Sims' backup, Mike Harris, is supposed to be the heir to the throne. So is it time to move on from Chris Sims, who has been one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and it's not time? Chris Sims is coming back. So Lee, he gets a test free agency. So does Fitzgerald. That's how we lost Matt Jones. Matt Jones was one of our best receivers. We ended up signing Larry Fitzgerald. I let him test free agency. He goes to the Titans, and I tried to offer him a contract during the free agency period, and he just didn't want it. So this is a risk. We might not be able to re-sign these guys. But in Madden 07, the rosters, especially for the user team roster gets a little chaotic, and I really don't want that to be the case here. And I'm going to add another rule moving forward to this franchise. Andre Johnson, he's out there, but he's 32 years of age. I love Andre. That's not going to work out. Looking at the other receivers, I'm like, yo, this is probably not a receiver worth taking. They're all up there in age. Drew Bennett was already on our team. Braylon Edwards might be the youngest of all of them. He will come in as our best receiver. Our receivers are 84, 81, and 66 overall, respectfully. Lamar Bell, he's out there, was drafted by the Falcons, played his last few years with the Dallas Cowboys. He has good speed, good hands, but it's like, I don't know, because during the free agency, we only get to sign 3 guys. So we're bringing Will Thomas back. We picked up Lott, and we picked up Evan Lee again. So 2 guys come back. Lott, he's 93 overall, going to put him in at linebacker, and that means that Paul Pruitt is most likely on the chopping block. Byron Leftwich is now Eagle. Eli going to Detroit. He's like, Peyton, wait, I'm coming home. Panthers pick up Carson Palmer. So the quarterback carousel continues. It just continues in this franchise. Ronnie Brown, he's now a Buck. Larry Johnson's a Bengal. Willie Parker going to Washington. It's crazy in this franchise. Fullbacks. You got Griffith going to the Chargers. Knight going to the Dolphins. Johnson going to the Chiefs. Larry Fitzgerald is a Patriot. Steve Smith is a Cowboy. Andre Johnson's going to catch passes from Eli Manning. Deion Branch with the Bills. Chris Chambers with those Chiefs. Antoine Randall, he's going to the Chargers. So is Antonio Bryant. Lee Evans is now a Saint. Dante Stallworth also going to the Chargers. The Chargers like, we want receivers. How many receivers do we need? Yes is the answer. Antonio Gates is a Patriot now. Kellen Winslow's a Panther. Shockey's a Charger. And Crumpler, was he going to the Seahawks? Is that what it said? For Crumpler, LJ Smith is a Bronco. Jeremy Stevens is a Buccaneer. BJ Dwight, he is a Bill. Randy McMichael, he is a Oakland Raider. Fasano, he is still out there. And, of course, we got the best tackle. And Thomas Clifton was out there. Barnes was out there. Hopefully one of those guys will play on the right side. Only makes sense. Ty Light is now going to the Oakland Raiders. Hutchinson is a Eagle. I mean, the Eagles are just good. Just good. Really, really, really good. Then you got Tucker going to the Saints. Then you got Spencer going to the Seahawks. Meester, he's moving on from the Patriots to the Broncos. He was with us a few seasons back. Randy Thomas is now a Titan. And then you got Big Simons as a Panther. Woody, he is a Viking. And then right tackle, the only one that signed, and that's Greg Foster going to those Denver Broncos. Andre Carter, he's now a Falcon. Vanden Bosch is a Bengal. Mathis is a Titan. Ogunleye going back to the Chicago Bears. Seymour, he's a Skin. Freeney, he's a Dolphin. Ostie is a Niner. Then you got Harris as a Panther. Rogers as a Brown yet again. Hampton going to the Dallas Cowboys. DJ Williams, he is going to the Panthers. Johnson going to the Lions. Dan Morgan is now a Chief. Marshall is now a Raven. Clark is now a Titan. Cato June, he is now a Chief. Peterson going to the Skins. And then you got Big Dwayne, shut him down. He is now a Patriot. Mathis is staying with the Ravens. He was a Raven already. And now he's going to re-sign there. Good luck for him. Long-time Jacksonville Jaguar Super Bowl winner in this franchise with those. Then you got Wilson and Wilson going to the Bay Area. Adrian Wilson, a strong safety, going to the Raiders. And then Daniel Bing, he is going to those Cincinnati Bengals. So Harris, he's on the chopping block. I want to send him up out of the conference. The Bears is the best landing spot. We can't quite get their top 5 pick in the first round, but we do get their second and third round pick, both in the top 5 of those draft rounds. So I'm going to take it. Paul Pruitt, not a lot of interest in Paul Pruitt right now, so we're going to end up hanging on to him for the foreseeable future. When it comes to our roster, this is what it looks like so far. We could use a running back, maybe upgrade our fullback, maybe add to the receiving room. Got to get a tight end to go along with Mercedes Lewis. O-line looks pretty good, but the right side leaves something to be desired at tackle. Linebacker with Dexter. Do I really want to get rid of Paul Pruitt? The answer is yes. I could move Paul Pruitt to the opposite side, but I think Dexter has some potential to blossom into somebody that could really, really be good. Could we add another corner? We need corners. Could we add another top corner? Have one of the best secondaries in the league? We have always kind of had that. We want to continue that. 98 overall with Johnson, 99 overall with Prescott. Now it's time for the college football all-star game, a.k.a. the East-West Shrine Game, the Senior Bowl. So Spires, he's going to start for us. Then we got Schmidt, and you will see Schmidt. They do not rotate the guys. I wish it was more like the Pro Bowl where guys would sub in automatically like after the first half. That doesn't happen. But I'm going to play with our backup quarterback, all right? We are playing with, I believe we are the East squad. They're the West squad. I might have that totally backwards. James looks to be a solid running back. Ross Jones looks to be a solid quarterback, but that's a bad pass right there, Big Ross. And Glacier is going to step in front of that thing. Looking like a pretty solid safety if you ask me. So Spires dropping back, looking for Odom. Odom makes that catch, and that's going to result in a first down. Move those chains. First and 10. Spires looking for Burke. Burke makes the catch here, and he gets loose for a first down. So our offense is percolating. Offense looking really good to kick things off. And we are in the market for a quarterback because we know Sims will get hurt at some moment in time during the season. And I traded Harris, not because I really wanted to, but I think that would have been realistic. He's had some playing time. He is 90 plus overall, playing for a championship contender some team would offer for his services. We're going to find the fullback in the flat. That's a touchdown. And yo, these college kids, these draft hopefuls are looking good. So we are the West squad, taking on the East squad, and James gets brought down by Robinson, but he will pick up a first down. Toss play to James, block right there, gets away from Robinson this time, and he turns on the Jets and chucks up the deuces. I'm going to say bye-bye. Touchdown, and the East squad going to tie this thing up at 7-0. So we take back over, going to run the ball with Jones, and Jones had a hard time running the football. I ain't going to lie. And we could use another running back as we find Odom right here. Big catch, big first down. He received a big hit, but it's a first down. I believe that was Beal with the stop. Spires looking downfield. Jones throwing up the hands, making a beautiful catch, and it was a beautiful pass by Spears on the run. Now he's under pressure, and down he goes. That Schroeder, the inside linebacker, with the sack. So we drop back the pass looking for Kennedy, and that one's off of his hands. Don't want to drop too many passes with the scouts looking at you. And we are in need of a punter. We did let Andy Lee go, and this is a pretty darn good punt. I ain't gonna lie, that's a darn good punt. Play fake, Ross Jones with time, fires it, picked off. Lyle Crabtree with the pick there, and we have this one at the 7 in a 7-7 ball game, and now Spires is like, let me get loose, coach. And he looks like a pretty darn good athlete if you ask me. So that right there is going to result in another touchdown. We find ourselves up by 7. 14-7 is now the score. James is the lone back, going to get the toss his way. Going to run the ball to the right side. Going to get popped, but has a first down. Glacier with the stop. They run the ball with James again, and look at Dotson. Inside linebacker for the West, coming through when we need him to. We get another hit on the quarterback, and Glacier gets a hand on the football to bat that thing away. 3rd down and 12 for Ross Jones. Steps up, fires it. That pass is broken up. And just like that, we take right back over. Gonna let our backup Mathis get a carry, and he looked pretty good right there, turning it upfield for a gain of around 7. Now Pittman, who scored a touchdown, and now he scores a hit stick. Hit stick right to his chin strap. But it will result in the first down. I'm going to find Burke. Nice route and a nice pass. And it's a first down. Play fake and look out. Down we go. Got to watch out for those edge rushers. And they get to the quarterback there. Spires like, let me throw the ball. I need to show the scouts what I can do. Taking a shot deep to Odom. And that pass broken up by Beal. And that right there will end our drive. So 2nd down and 8. Jones throws it. Picked off. Lyle Crabtree steps in front of that one. Not 1, but 2 interceptions in the college football all-star game. 3rd down and 8. Spires looking downfield. Gonna drop this one off to Dexter. Dexter, read all about it. Dexter might be the top tight end in the class. Makes the catch there. We throw the ball to Kennedy. Makes the grab. Get your moss on. And Spires got hit, has let that thing fly, and it still finds its target. Beautiful corner route by Kennedy. And Kennedy getting a presidential in the end zone. Jarvis from inside his own 5 gets a key block, makes a man miss, and then he gets popped at the 35-yard line. 2nd down and 10. They fake it to the fullback. That leaves Jackson wide open, and Jackson is gone. Touchdown East squad, and just like that, they're back in this ballgame. We're going to find Bell. Nicely thrown pass there. Great execution in the first down. Can we add to our lead before the half is up? And we're going to get sacked. So that's going to make things a little bit harder. 2nd down and 13. Back-to-back sacks. I believe that was Price off of the edge there. And now it's 3rd down and long. Going to throw this one, and it's going to be incomplete. So 1st down and 10. Jones to the left side as he tosses this one to James, and James going to get brought down by Joyce. Great play right there by Joyce, getting sideline to sideline as a defensive end. You got to love it. And then James, that's a nice run. He's a good-looking rookie. Will he go in the 1st round? You never know. Jones, under pressure. Jones going to get sacked. That's a great sack right there. 2nd down and 16. Jones going to get sacked. That's a great sack right there. Back-to-back sacks. 3rd down and 22. They're going to run the ball with Tate. And Tate going to get boxed in and shipped out. So we're going to call a timeout because it's 44 seconds to work with. Looking downfield for Jones. We connect the dots there, and that's going to be a 1st down. 2nd down and 12 with 27 seconds to go. Going to find Dexter again. Breaks a tackle. He's a good-looking tight end. That should have been a tackle for maybe a loss. Instead, it's a decent gain as we look for Odom here. Tight coverage, but he comes back to the football and hauls that one in. So we'll call a timeout with 3 seconds on the clock. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And that's going to do it for the first half of play. So now it's time to look at Derek Schmidt as Albert Spires is going to head to the left side. So we're going to throw this one to Odom, and Odom makes the catch right there. Nice pass by Schmidt to kick things off. Schmidt looking downfield for Dexter. Dexter makes the catch. He's shy of the 1st down. You got to run to the 1st down marker. Okay, Dexter, you're rookie. That's a rookie mistake. We get the ball up the gut. We pick up a 1st down. Get the ball to Jones again. He's looking good. 1st half, not so much. 2nd half, looking pretty decent. Going to Kennedy. Schmidt to Kennedy. They're on the ballot, and it's a 1st down. Schmidt looking downfield to Burke. Makes the catch right at the marker. Is that a 1st down? Not quite. 2nd down and inches. Going to give this thing to Jones up the gut. And look at my left guard. If I need a left guard, he would be on my radar, but I don't. That was a heck of a block. Just reset that line of scrimmage, why don't you? Then he gets a block downfield. Number 60 leading the way as Mathis takes it to the crib. Look at him, just get into the frame right there, get a hat on a hat, and let Mathis go to work. 31-14 is the score. Jones fires it, caught by Jarvis, and that's going to result in the 1st down. And give the ball to James here, breaking the tackle, getting loose, weaving through traffic. He has definitely been the most impressive running back today. James up the gut, another 1st down. Their O-line putting in that work. Then we get some pressure, and that pass falls incomplete due to the pressure. Jones left side chucking it. Incomplete. They got to settle for a field goal, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the East squad cuts the lead down to 14. Crabtree going to take this one up to the 22-yard line before he gets tattooed. 2nd down and 10. Going to run the ball up the gut. There goes Jones. Truck sticking his way up out of traffic and picking up a West 1st down. We're going to run the ball with Jones again. And again, Jones looking pretty good here. 1st half might have been not the best. 2nd one is an improvement. He's going in the right direction. Is his draft stock rising? I think it is. Looking downfield to Schmidt, and Schmidt going down, sacked on the play to end the 3rd quarter. So 2nd down and 20. Schmidt under pressure, gonna tuck it and run. It has a long way to go. Not gonna get there, but that was a decent run. 3rd down and still a long way to go. Gonna look for Kennedy, but we hang on to the ball just a little bit too long, and down we go. So they run the ball with James, and James looked to have more running room to the left side, cut it back to the right side, picks up 8, could have had more. They throw it, that pass is dropped, and now we take back over the 2-possession lead, looking for Odom, and who makes the catch. Not the strongest arm. Spires definitely has a stronger arm than Schmidt, but his accuracy is darn good. Odom makes the catch right there, and that's going to result in the 1st down. Schmidt steps up, and he goes down. The ball is loose. That was Joyce with the sack, and that's going to bring our drive to an end as we cough the ball up. So the East squad down by 14. And get the ball to James. Get off of me. You too can get the business. Everybody get off of me. 1st down gain of around 12. Going back to the air. Jarvis, he makes the catch. And they pick up 6. 3rd down and 4. All day in the pocket as we send a 3-man rush. The O-line gives them plenty of time. Throws it. Caught by Stewart. Ross Jones with a perfect pass. Touchdown East. and it's now a 7-point lead for the West. Schmidt steps up, launches it deep, nearly intercepted, going to be broken up by Beal. 3rd down and 10. Schmidt looking for Dexter. Dexter, incomplete pass there, and we go 3 and out. Jones with the momentum on the side, with protection on the side, and a right arm, the right home to mama about on his side, gonna find Jarvis, and it's a 1st down. Jones, all day in the pocket again, pump faking again, throws it downfield, and that one's caught by Barber. Barber receives the ball inside the 10, 2:06 on the clock. Toss play to James, breaks a tackle, then he gets put down by Glacier, but they're inside the 5, 2nd down and goal. They give the ball to Leroy Perry, power football touchdown there, and just like that, this game is all tied up at 31 apiece. Do they go into overtime in an all-star game? I think they do. So we're going to take over from below our own 20 at like the 17-yard line. Kennedy makes the catch there, and that's going to be a gain of around 7. Schmidt trying to come back and bring us back and put us in field goal range to win this thing. Odom makes the catch there. That's a 1st down. Looking for Burke. Schmidt is looking pretty darn good, and the Jaguars could be in the market for a quarterback. Just saying. Schmidt to the right side. That pass caught by Keys. 1st down. Minute on the clock. We run the ball with Jones. Jones going to put this one in the middle of the field, but the East squad going to call a timeout. We're going to get the ball to Jones again. Picks up the 1st down. Great blocking by Pittman, the fullback. So 3rd and 4, going to put the ball, try to put it in the middle of the field. We get this one inside the 10. We call a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock. The 27-yarder by Robbins is up, and it is good. And that is going to do it. Now, if you haven't played this game or played the college all-star game, you can't see their overalls. On the depth chart, everything is just a question mark, question mark, question mark. But if I had to say, I would say Spires, I think he's better than Schmidt. But I think Schmidt is a very good quarterback. And I don't know the projections as of right now. I don't know what Ross Jones is looking like. And I don't know what the backup quarterbacks on the East squad are looking like either. But I do kind of have a better idea about who can kind of play and who can kind of not. And we did this a few years back in the Paul Pruitt draft when Billups was a dog. He's one of the best defensive ends in this franchise, playing for the Miami Dolphins. So Ross Jones, he looks to be the 1st pick of the draft. His picture was up there. Now we have a trade, and we have another trade. So there's some willing and dealing here in the 1st round. Now we're on the clock, and Brett McPherson is there. He's projected on the top 10, but he's dropped to outside the top 20 at pick number 25. He is available. Team needs punter. You see that on the top right of the screen. That's the only team need. So I can freestyle this draft. McPherson, kind of short, just 5'8", but he has all kinds of speed. Crazy vertical at 36 inches. I know there's some that can jump in the 40s, but 36 inches, 4'2" in the 40. McPherson, come on down. Pick number 3 in the 2nd round. From the Chicago Bears, we get this draft pick. Are we in the market for a guard? Not really. But we could use another running back. Only have Jackson on the roster out of Mississippi Valley State. Leroy Perry, who scored the last touchdown in the college all-star game. Why don't you come be a Jacksonville Jaguar? Another trade. The Seahawks willing and dealing with those Oakland Raiders who move up to pick number 20 here in the 2nd round. Pick number 25, though, for us, look who's there. Derek Schmidt. Everything is coming through. Out of Arizona, he felt like he ran a 5 flat. That's what he did. Shuttle time, decent. Bench press is okay. I didn't think he had the strongest arm, but I do think his accuracy is going to be pretty darn good. Bring him in, 2nd round, pick number 25. Our 2nd pick from the Chicago Bears, Zach Corrales, 3rd round, pick 3. Let's bring you in. Then we got Finley, linebacker. Why don't you come on down as well? Bubba Clayton, 4th round projection. Let's get him here. We do that. Rudd, a punter. Why not? We need a punter. We're going to bring him in the 5th round. Projected to go in the 4th round. We bring him in. Then we have our 6th pick, Welty. He's going to come in and play, hopefully, not a lot, but some, and then small to be our backup right tackle. And that's going to do it for the draft. McPherson, he did get hurt in the college all-star game, so he's going to be out for the first 3 weeks. Now, that sucks. He's 85 overall, 99 speed, 75 catching. I was making a new rule that I can only use rookies in the training camp phase. And we only use them for the rookie level, which you're going to get 3 points at. And I do that because the CPU from what it looks like, does not utilize training camp at all. So again, I try to make it as fair as possible. Leroy Perry, 83 overall, 91 overall speed. That's faster than Jackson. Schmidt, 88 throw power, which isn't bad, and 94 throw accuracy. And when we got Chris Sims, his throw power was not that great, and he blossomed. So hopefully, if Schmidt has to play, he can blossom for us. Corrales, out of Yale, 78 overall, 79 strength, 71 speed, 66 awareness. Decent defensive end. I mean, hey, is what it is. 79 overall for Finley, 85 tackle, 78 speed. Kind of on the slower side for my linebackers, but hey, hopefully he can come in and play some decent football when called upon. Bubba Clayton, tight end, 77 overall, 71 catch, 78 speed. I think that's solid for a 4th-round pick. And then Drew Rudd is a dud. 57 overall. Yeah, 57 overall. That's not great, but hey, he's a punter. And then we got our D tackle in Orlando Welty, 73 overall, 85 strength, 75 tackle, not bad, 80 acceleration, then small, 69 overall, 84 run block, 84 pass block, 64 run block. Hopefully, he doesn't have to see the field at right tackle at all. Ross Jones was their first pick in the draft, going to the Green Bay Packers at 84 overall, 93 throw power, 87 throw accuracy, 77 awareness, 63 speed. No quarterbacks ever have great speed. You can't draft like the next Michael Vick. Luther Gaynor was his backup in the college all-star game. Didn't get no playing time, but 81 overall. He's their second quarterback taken, second player taken. Odom, who we had on our squad, 86 overall, 87 catch, 90 for his speed. Massey, defensive end, 85 overall, going to the Pittsburgh Steelers out of Sam Houston. Also has 74 tackle, 91 strength. And then Stevens, left tackle, 80 overall, going to the New York Giants, out of Indiana. Paul Joyce, who was on our squad, made some decent plays, 84 overall, going to the Minnesota Vikings. His quarterback, obviously, is Vince Young. Then you got Big John Cote, 85 overall from Foreman. He is a free safety, 6'1", 193, 89 overall speed. Mike Sexton, free safety out of Duke, 83 overall, 75 catch, 89 speed, 87 acceleration. Steve Barber, he had a couple of nice passes, a couple of nice receptions, I should say, in the college all-star game out of Miami. 82 overall, 80 catch, 90 speed for him. Dexter, I was not joking. Dexter, top 10 tight end, 86 overall, 91 catch. Crazy numbers. But then we get to the best player in the draft, Steve Wynn, who got hurt. He played for the E squad, 87 overall, 85 speed, 84 tackle, 87 acceleration, 6'4", 233 at strong safety out of Florida. Now they just got Adrian Wilson. The Raiders did, so I don't know how that's going to work. The first running back taken is Jones. Spencer Jones, who we had, 85 overall. Beal, the cornerback, going to the Broncos, 85 overall, pick number 13 out of the University of Miami. So the Broncos are going to replace Champ Bailey, who just retired as a Lion. But you know what I mean. Then you got Big Ralph out of NC State, pick number 14 for the Colts, 85 overall, 6'1", 212-pound safety. Kennedy out of Stanford, 84 overall, 96 strength, 76 tackle, 79 acceleration, 68 speed. Roderick Plummer out of South Carolina, 83 overall, 90 strength, 83 tackle, 61 awareness, 84 acceleration. Then you got Big Holt out of Syracuse, going to those Dallas Cowboys, 6'4", 250, and his speed's at 85. Generational talent or athleticism or size or build. Lamar Irwin out of California, going to the New England Patriots, 99 overall strength there. Tim Roll, 82 overall, 77 tackles, 74 speed, 87 acceleration, and he's going to those Kansas City Chiefs. Todd Kennedy, receiver, who we had, Texas A&M is where he's from. 83 overall, 88 catch, 99 speed, 99 acceleration at 6'2", 208 pounds. Derek Fisher, Mississippi State, left outside linebacker, 83 overall, 84 tackle, 80 speed at 6', 220. Then you got Mathis out of Tulane, halfback. He is their second halfback taken, and he has 84 overall, 93 overall speed. And then you got Holmes, strong safety out of Maryland. Maryland, 83 overall, 81 overall speed, 87 tackle, 87 acceleration at 6'3", 230. The Jets might have found him one. Lyle Crabtree, maybe the player of the game in the college football all-star game, going to the Patriots, 85 overall, 96 speed, 80 catch, 5'11", 203. We took McPherson right after Lyle Crabtree was gone. I probably would have took Lyle Crabtree if he was available, just based on the way he played in the college football all-star game. Then you got Boone, strong safety out of Miami. Miami got a bunch of guys getting drafted in the first round. 83 overall for him. The Raiders, 85 overall at pick 27 in the first round. That is an excellent pick for them. At linebacker, Smith, center, 82 overall out of Texas A&M. There goes James, who lit up the college game. 83 overall, 93 overall speed. Then you got Troy out of Georgia Tech, big right end, 83 overall. Then you got Burke, who was on our squad, 81 overall, 83 catch, 84 speed. Not the fastest guy in the world. He did get snatched by a linebacker in the game. And then you got Nate Edwards out of Boston College, 82 overall, 87 strength, 81 tackle, 6'3", 303 pounds. Alex Smith, he's available. Why don't you come be my third string quarterback? Corey Harris, fastest receiver, 99 overall, and he has solid hands at 81. It was him or Bassett. I went with Corey Harris. He looks to be a dog. All that speed. We can use some speed. We're going to need some big plays. Marty Smith, we need a third string tight end. He has 86 overall speed, makes him the fastest, and his hands are at 77, so the fastest with the best hands. Why don't you come on down? I'm a simple man. You can catch and you can run. Come on down, all right? David is now a Panther. O'Keefer is now a Skin. Phillips is a Bronco. Simpson is a Seahawk. Hainsworth is going to the city of brotherly love. Don't step on nobody's head. I mean, there was a Cowboy, so they actually might like that in Philly. Then you got Graham also going to the Eagles. Coleman going to the Cowboys. Fasano going to the Chiefs. Then you got Newman. He's going to Washington to face the Cowboys twice a year. Darnell Dockett going to the Chargers. Chargers have been busy this offseason. They've been very, very busy. I'm excited to see what they can do, if they can do anything in the AFC, because, you know, we're there. And we are pretty darn good if we can get our act together in the postseason. Ted Tilpo going to the Falcons. And then when it comes to the quarterbacks, Perkins, he is going to the Texans. Knight going to the Vikings. Nash going to the Ravens. And Josh McCown going to the San Francisco 49ers. Our roster looks like this. Sims, 97 overall. Schmidt, 80. Jackson and Perry got to add another running back. Got to have 3, I believe. But Perry has more speed. 91 overall speed to Jackson's 85. Vincent, 72 overall. Not the fastest fullback. I love to throw the ball to the fullback. We might move one of those tight ends to fullback, depending on the situations. It's old school football. I'm an old school football lover, so we will have a fullback in the game more times than not. Jackson, he's going to be our top receiver. Sawyer could be that guy. I just don't want him to go up against the other team's best cornerback as of right now. And with Jackson's speed, he can separate. You saw our tight end room. I think it's pretty good. O-line looking pretty good as well. I'm interested to see how our right tackle blossoms. We have 3 young guys. Small, Atkins, and Battle is our starter at 77 overall. Will he get better this preseason? Reggie Hayward, 98 overall. Can he stay healthy? Evan Lee, we need a backup from him, 90 overall. Henderson still getting the job done at 97 overall. Dexter, 78 at left outside linebacker. Of course, Thomas, all-world, 95 overall. Then we got Lott. We're going to have to find a replacement or get rid of Pruitt and find a replacement for Lott. Maybe we did with Finley, who we drafted, so Finley might be that guy to replace Pruitt. Williams, Murphy, McPherson, who's hurt. His real overall is 85, so I think cornerback, no problem. Secondary, no-fly zone here in Jacksonville. All right, so we will trade Paul Pruitt. I figured that, hey, let's get an offensive lineman. We need another offensive lineman. We'll get a first-round pick to go along with it. Why don't you come on down? Stacy Cumbie, running back. Why don't you come on down? We need a backup running back, a third-string running back. We need a backup center. Corey Irvin. Why don't you come on down? Chris Canty. I think he's a perfect replacement for Evan Lee in case he gets hurt, because Canty, to me, is more of a run stopper than a pass rusher. And then we got Freeman, who is 82 overall, 24 years of age, to back up 98 overall DeAntoine Johnson. Dante Robinson, why don't you come on down? He's 31 years of age, but still 80 overall, so why don't you be our 5th corner? And we need a body for preseason because McPherson won't play in the first 3 games. Schmidt gets gold. That's a good look. 3 points to him. Again, only going to utilize the rookies. Bump that accuracy up to 97. His throw power, I believe, was, 88, I want to say. And then we're going to run the ball with Perry. because Perry, another rookie, and if he becomes the starter, I would not be mad because 91 overall speed will make him the fastest running back that we've had on the roster since Maurice Jones-Drew, who we had Maurice Jones-Drew twice in this franchise already. I did not re-sign him this time around. His speed, 94. Perry's, 91. Turns the corner there. We had less than 10 seconds on the clock at bronze, and we walk away with gold. So that's impressive for him. Leroy Perry, who scored the last touchdown in the college all-star game. So when it comes to DBs, like I said, I can't use McPherson. He's not available. He is hurt. You cannot use guys who are hurt in training camp. I like it, but I also hate it at the same time because I want to see him blossom. Do we get to use him next year? I don't know. The rule is rookie. He won't be a rookie next year. So Finley, he's a rookie, and he looks pretty good. So again, Paul Pruitt, who I had high hopes for, he never really blossomed to like a 90 overall player. And in this game, 80 overalls, like that really doesn't mean nothing, especially a lower 80 overall guy when most people are like 90-something overall once they start getting really, really good. And that's what we need. So Bubba, he gets gold. We're going to bump up his catching. Now 74 overall catching, 78 overall. And then Corrales, look at the pancake. Get off of me. Block shedding. Get off of me, he says. He gets gold as well. Rookies are performing pretty well here in the training camp session. We're going to bump up his strength to 82. He's now 79 overall. And now, punter. We got to get our punter out. And, hey, this is the best I ever done in this drill. And we get bronze. So, is what it is. Going to bump up his accuracy. His kick power. Accuracy is there. 93 overall accuracy. But power isn't there at all. We beat the Bucks, lose to the Dolphins, Lions, and Panthers. Oh, my. But that's the preseason. Who progressed? Who regressed? No movement in the quarterback room. No real movement in the running back room. Vincent, no real movement there. Receiving room, no real movement there as well. Might pick up another receiver. Mercedes Lewis is hurt, so we'll be Clayton and Smith for about half of the year. That's not a good look. Thomas, 94 overall still. Left guard, we're killing it. Center, we're killing it. Right guard, we're looking good. And then Battle went down. He regressed. Atkins did not get any better. Small didn't look like he got any better. And Jake Battle regressed. We have to go in the opposite direction, big homie. Like, come on, Battle. We got to battle for some better progression. Hayward, 98 overall still. Lee, 90 overall still. And then you got Hayward. Hayward and Lee look decent. Backups really didn't do too much. Is what it is. D-line stays the same. Linebacking core, we lose Thomas. Gonna have to roll with J.J. Jackson, who played on special teams. Has some big hits on special teams, but we'll be J.J. Jackson. Probably have to sign somebody. Finley did get better. 81 overall there. Williams is good. Not worried about him. McPherson got better in awareness, but that's about it. Cornerback, not worried about that. And then, surprisingly enough, Freeman, our strong safety, backup strong safety, went down 3 from 82 to 79. What in the world is happening there? What in the world is happening there indeed? So we're going to trade Battle. Just get off the roster. We're going to bring in Williams, who used to play for us. Mike Williams used to play for us way back in the day. Going to bring him back. He used to play for the Niners. He was on the Niners. We're going to trade for him. He's like only 84 overall, but that's an upgrade. We're going to look to draft a right tackle probably pretty high next year or go after the top one in free agency. Here goes our games. We get a bye week in week 3. I don't really like that. I like my bye week to be like right in the middle, but it is what it is. Colts are our last divisional game of the season. Then we finish up with the Raiders and the Seahawks. Texans are our first game of the season. They're 81 overall. We are 91 overall. We should be able to handle them. But you never know what could happen in these franchises. I always try to maximize the sliders to give the CPU as much of an advantage as possible. Still trying to keep it realistic and entertaining. And I try to make these rules so that our team can't just get too crazy. Because I love Madden 07. I think this is one of the best Maddens ever made on the PS2 or ever in general. But we know that there's a 360 PS3 version. But on the PS2, this game right here, Madden 07, one of the best ever. So I want to do another one, but I just want to make sure that our roster doesn't get too crazy and that the CPUs around the league kind of have a chance. But that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of the day is the best day. Tune in again, my friends. Peace, love. Hot sauce.